My name is Adam Collins, Your Honor. And you, ma'am? My name is Maria Sanchez, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Collins. What is your claim today, Your Honor? I'm here because Miss Sanchez. She is a van conversion specialist. She owes me $4,000. I paid her to convert a van into a camper. She took my money. And she just abandoned the job. Abandoned the job. Is that right? And why do you believe she abandoned it? I hired her, Your Honor, for a complete van conversion. A custom camper van. I paid her a $4,000 deposit, half of the total price. She was supposed to do the work in 3 months. A month later, the van, it was a disaster. The insulation, it was falling apart. The wires, they were hanging out. And she just stopped. She stopped responding to my calls. She's a fraud. She's a fraud. And I want my money back. Ms. Sanchez, what do you have to say about this, Your Honor? He is not telling the truth. I did not. I did not abandon his project. I stopped working because he was impossible. He kept changing his mind. He would send me dozens of emails a day. He would ask me to add things, a solar panel system, a water heater, things that were not. They were not in the original contract. I told him it would cost more. I sent him a change order. A change order. He refused to sign. He just kept making demands. And he just got mad. And he just sued me. Mr. Collins, what is your response to that? Did you change your mind, Your Honor? I was just trying to improve the design. I was just trying to make it better. She's the professional. She should have known what I wanted. She just didn't want to do the work. She just wanted my money. And she didn't deliver. The fact that I added a few things is irrelevant. The fact is, she abandoned the job. Ms. Sanchez, do you have a contract? A written contract? Yes, Your Honor. I do. It's right here. It has a detailed plan of everything that was to be built. It has a clause that says any changes to the design must be approved in writing by both parties and will incur an additional fee. It says that right here. He never proved it. He just kept telling me to keep working, and he just refused to pay me. This is a case of a professional service, that requires a clear understanding and a clear contract. You, Mr. Collins, you hired a professional. You had a contract, a written contract, but you failed. You failed to abide by the terms. You were a micromaneuver. You were a nuisance. You were a problem. The fact that the work, it was not completed. It was not because she was a fraud. It was because you made it impossible. You made it impossible for her to do her job. Ms. Sanchez, your argument that you stopped working because of his actions, it is credible. Your evidence, the change order that he refused to sign, it is clear. It is convincing. It is the truth. The law. It protects professionals from clients who refuse to pay. You did your job. You did your job. You fulfilled your end of the bargain. He is the one who failed. He is the one who is responsible for his own poor choices. I find in favor of the defendant, Ms. Sanchez. Mr. Collins, you owe Ms. Sanchez for the work she completed, and your case. It is dismissed. All right. Next case. You, sir. Take the podium. You, ma'am. Stand to his right. State your name for the record. My name is Victor Morales, Your Honor. And you, ma'am. My name is Gia Rousseau, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Morales. What is your claim today, Your Honor? I'm here because Ms. Rousseau, she is my former short-term rental guest. She owes me $4,000 for lost income. She left a fake review, a very bad review. It cost me thousands in bookings. A fake review. Is that right? And how do you believe it cost you money? I'm a super host, Your Honor. I have over 100 five-star reviews. She came to my apartment with her friends. They were a nightmare. My neighbors. They complained about the loud music, the screaming. I had to text her multiple times to tell her to be quiet. After they left, she left a review that said, "This place is a scam. The host is a stalker. He texts you constantly. The walls are paper thin. Do not stay here." After that review, my bookings, they just stopped. I lost thousands. Miss Rousseau, what do you have to say about this? Your Honor, that's a lie. He's lying. The apartment, it was a disaster. The walls were paper thin. We could hear. We could hear the neighbors. The neighbors could hear us. He was a stalker. He texted us constantly. He texted us. The moment we arrived, he texted us. In the middle of the night. It was harassment. My review. It was honest. It was a truthful account of a terrible stay. I am not responsible for his bad business. Mr. Morales, what is your response to that? Did you text her constantly? Your Honor, I did. I did text her. I texted her to tell her to be quiet. My neighbors, they were complaining. I have the texts right here. Texts from my neighbors saying, "The music is too loud. The people upstairs, they are screaming. It's the short-term rental, not a party house. I have a responsibility to my neighbors. And I have a responsibility to my property." Miss Rousseau, what is your response to that? Your Honor, he's the bully. He's the bully. He just can't handle a bad review. My review, it was honest. The fact that the walls, they were thin. It's the fact that he was a micromanager. It's the fact I have a right to express my opinion. My opinion, it is not a fake review. This is the case of a negative review and a business that was affected. The law, it is very clear. A person has a right to express their opinion. A negative review, it is not. It is not defamation unless it is filled with lies. The fact that the walls, they were thin, it is an opinion. The fact that He was a stalker. It is a hyperbole. A hyperbole. That is common in reviews. Mr. Morales, your argument that you lost bookings is the reasonable argument. But you cannot connect the loss to her review. The fact is, you, you had a party house. You had a house that was loud. You were a micromanager. Your business. It was not. It was not successful because of her. It was successful because of your own actions. Miss Rousseau, your argument that you were just being honest. It is credible. The law. It protects consumers. It protects them from a bad product. You had a bad stay. You had a right to express your opinion. And you were in the right. I find in favor of the defendant. Miss Rousseau, your case is dismissed.